yeah, it's Wednesday, so you know what that means. The dog is in the house. He thinks he's going to get at me today. He thinks he's got something to say. You got something to say, doggy?
Plenty.
You got something to say?
You're
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Absolutely lost.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something right now, okay?
God.
He tell you he's running his mouth turkey, but you know what he did before the show? You know what he did before the show? He put me on the phone with his lovely wife. Why? Because he was trying to soften me up. That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to soften me up because he knew the tsunami that was about to come down upon him. Then he comes in studio, he hugs up on Molly, trying to soften her up to side with him. Nothing is going to help Doggy Russo today. Absolutely, positively nothing. But I'll give him an A for effort. I'll do that. First takes in the house.
God only made me one way. That's to be Jalen Hurts. I'm powerful, tough, unrelentless competitor. The journey far from over.
Heavy crime, yeah, this is dedication.
I'm obsessed with this game. Enough is never enough.
Jalen Hurts, what a run! Touchdown!
It's about taking it to another level. The only direction is to rise.
Makes the catch! It was fun.
Everybody in their opinions, they don't deposit at the bank.
Good morning. What's going on, everybody? Welcome into First Take. Thank you for being with us. I love these decorations we have on set. We've got wreaths, we've got poinsettias, we got Doggy. Who's better than us?
I brought some Christmas cookies for the crew today.
Did you?
Yes.
That
I didn't.
was so
Not for him.
thoughtful.
Not for him.
That was so nice of you.
He's out. Well, my lovely wife took care of that today.
That was very
and
nice
I am
of
going to
her
be
as well.
all over. I've heard some of the things they told me that he was on today. It's ridiculous. I'll let you set us up.
Well,
Nice to
happy.
be on.
Well,
Nice to
listen,
be on.
it is festive up in here.
It is.
I forgot the
It's
most
beautiful.
important thing that's I am looking kind of sharp this morning, if I should say so myself.
I like the gray and white
I'm
pinstripe.
it's like that. It's like that. I'm just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah, sometimes if you don't toot your own horn, there's no music, Doggy. You know how it is.
Just thought I'd throw that out there.
All right.
He loves the clothes. Does he love the clothes?
That's right. Tie's better.
Better tie. You wanted a different one. I gave you a better one.
I wore that
today.
jacket last week.
No, not last week.
The week before.
No, not the week before.
I don't know.
I spread it out.
I think it's the week before.
No,
I think it was the week before.
Not true.
I think it was the week
Doggy,
before.
don't let him get in your head.
All right.
He's trying to make you insecure.
I wore the brown camel the week before.
You did?
Don't you remember that?
Yes, it's very
and
nice.
all my
I've
friends said, retire that jacket. It looks too old. You guys love it. So maybe you're wrong, and they're right.
Well, we all know they're wrong compared to me, so let's get that out the way. But you know what? That's my story, and I'm sticking
Doggy,
to it.
I love you just the way you are.
There you go.
Don't change. Let's go. The Eagles have the best record in the NFL. They're 12-1 and ahead of their clash, guys, with the Dallas Cowboys on Christmas Eve. We can't wait for it. Micah Parsons says, let's settle down, everybody, on the Jalen Hurts MVP talk. Parsons coming with the shade. Take a listen for yourself.
Is it Hurts or the team? I think it's a little bit of both, man. I think it's system and team. I think it's a little bit of both, man. I'm not trying to make no enemies. I just love the game so much, and I understand it so much that I can't. I when things are off, I just can't hold it in. I almost gotta say something.
A great name for a podcast, the Voncast. All right, despite what Parsons has said, Jalen Hurts has surpassed Patrick Mahomes as the odds-on favorite to win MVP at -150, with Mahomes now having the second shortest odds at +200. You want to start, I get it.
What's up? What do you want? What's up?
Do you have a problem with Micah Parsons' comments?
Not at all. I love them. Absolutely love them, because this is what competition is all about. Now, if he was some scrub riding the bench, running his mouth, I'd have had a problem. If he was somebody that has no intentions of going up against Philadelphia, I've got no problem. But you're about to go up against them on Christmas Eve. And after Christmas Eve, if you are what you say you are, you might meet them in the playoffs, okay? So you know this, okay? And you're saying, excuse me, give a damn about no Jalen Hurts? This is what I can do, and this is what we can do. You got the team to worry about, but we're not intimidated by him. We're not fazed by him. I like that. It's competition. And then you get an opportunity to roll up against one another and handle your business. So we're going to find out. Is Jalen Hurts going to get exposed? Or is Micah Parsons going to get exposed when he goes up against Philadelphia? Last time they faced one another, Philadelphia beat them, but Jalen Hurts only passed for like 155 yards. 15 for 25, 155 yards, I think like 2 touchdowns, got sacked 4 times, so you clearly could get to him and what have you. If you Micah Parsons, you seeing all of that. You see how y'all came back in the second half after being at a significant deficit. You almost came back and won that damn game. In your mind, you got every right to say it. And I will remind you, doggy, this is Micah Parsons. This ain't some no-name brother. This ain't some average brother. This is the true star of the Dallas Cowboys. We want to sit up there and talk about Dak Prescott because he's the quarterback. Okay, because you can play the quarterback position. But the best player on the Dallas Cowboys is Micah Parsons. You remember that and be respectful.
He ain't Lawrence Taylor.
Well, nobody is.
Well, then he can say something. He's not Lawrence Taylor.
You got to be Lawrence Taylor before you say something?
With a couple of championships, yes.
Me, he's talking about Philadelphia.
He's played a couple of seasons. He's
not talking about somebody that won the championship. He's going up against a quarterback in his third season. What you talking about?
Well, hold on now. What happened in that fourth quarter of that game a few weeks ago when the Eagles ran right down the field on his defense? They're 10-3. Philadelphia's 10-1. Did he see the Houston game last week when you were screaming and yelling all over the place on Monday about the Texans when the Texans should have beaten them?
I agree.
You know what you do? You lay low. Why? That is what you do.
Why? Because you're scared?
Why give them bulletin board material? It's the dumbest thing in the world.
Because you can back it up. That's why, because you can back it up.
They're 2 outs.
Excuse me.
2 games after that, 2 games ahead. They're 2 games behind.
They're getting ready to go against one another.
They barely beat the Houston Texans.
Exactly. But what is he talking about?
The worst team in the NFL.
Now, I have lamented their performance against the Houston Texans, but I was told by an abundance of aficionados that sometimes what the problem is you play down to the competition. They certainly played better against the Eagles than they played against the Houston Texans, even though it was a game they lost. They played much better against the Eagles than they did against the Houston Texans. That's number one. They blew out some of the competitive teams. Minnesota, they romped them 40-3 for crying out loud. The Dallas Cowboys, it's not like they're you got me sitting up here defending the Dallas Cowboys. I almost want to puke. But the point that I'm trying to make is I'm sitting here pointing this out because I'm talking about Micah Parsons. Excuse me, he's about to go up against them. And they might face him 2 more times this season. Ahead of the competition, he's letting them know, I'm coming, and I ain't worried about that brother. And Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles have to do something about that, which I believe they will, by the way. Not Christmas Eve, but in the playoffs.
So you don't think this is going to fire up Jalen Hurts to play even better now?
Thank you, Molly.
No, I'm asking you. You don't think that would?
I'm just saying.
I'm asking you a question.
Let me tell you something. Do you really think that Jalen Hurts needs more motivation to go against the Cowboys? I mean, this is the ultimate rivery for the Philadelphia Eagles. You're talking to somebody that went to Philadelphia for 17 years. Of course it'll fire him up. Micah Parsons doesn't care. Because he could back it up.
Did he back it up the first game when they went right down the field and beat him?
Excuse me.
He did not.
Let me tell you something right now.
Lay low.
Listen. The Philadelphia Eagles didn't drop 40 or 50 on them. It was a 20-17 game before that last drive. It was a 2017 game. The fact of the matter is Micah Parsons is qualified. If this was somebody else, that would be different. But that brother right there, Micah Parsons, he could say what he wants because he will back it up.
If you're the coach of the Dallas Cowboys,
what you gonna do?
And you just barely beat Houston.
If you're the coach of the Dallas Cowboys, you should be happy you got the job.
Oh, okay,
that too. You got the job.
That too. I agree with you on that, and it's McCarthy, and he can definitely be happy. Because nobody else was going to hire him.
You know what?
I agree with you on that.
All you got to do is walk up to Micah Parsons when he's back in the facility and go like this to him. Yo, man, so I saw you talking. You know that means you got to show up against him, right? That's all you got to say. That's all you got to say.
Do you think
that's all you got to say? He's going to show up.
Don't you think the offensive line of the Eagles and all those offensive coaches for Philadelphia is going to make sure before we get to Christmas Eve at 4:25 and you and I are both in church? Yeah. Aren't we going to make?
Well, he won't be in church.
Well, you and I will.
Yeah, we will. We'll pray for you.
That is not true.
Oh, you will be in church?
I go to church sometimes. I need to go back past A.R. Bernard. I'll be there soon. I love you. Christian Cultural Center in Brooklyn, New York.
I love this
That's
confession that just happened.
Pastor A.R. Bernard. I haven't been there in a while.
Right, when Doggy and I are praying for you in church, carry
on. Well, you pray a lot, but that don't mean you go to church. The point that I'm trying to make to you is, are you sure about that? You sure about that?
Absolutely.
That's not how you act the studio. Actually, I got to pray for you how you act the studio towards me. But the bottom bottom line is Christian Cultural Center, Brooklyn, New York, Pastor Bernard. I'll be there soon, my brother. Love you.
Hopefully Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
I'll be there at 4 o'clock.